at 9.
A very good evening and welcome to your Primetime News Bulletin. I'm Shane Silva.
And I'm Nicola De Zoiza.
Russia news agency Interfax, citing military sources, reports that Russia has sent the missile cruiser Moskva to the eastern Mediterranean as the West prepares for military action against Syria.
The News First international desk will have more details, but before that, let's take a look at tonight's headlines.
The headlines on News First at 9.
Deputy Minister of Health makes a statement on dairy products in Parliament. Minister Dallas Alaha Peruma apologizes for a statement made by a fellow minister.
මගේ අම්මට කවුරු හරි ඇවිල්ලා විවාහ යෝජනාවක් කරොත් මට මොකද ඇති වෙන හැඟීම? ඒක වැරදි. ඒක ශීලාචාර නෑ.
Russia's President Vladimir Putin warns the US against one-sided action in Syria.
Deputy Minister of Health Lalit Dissanayake announced in Parliament today that it has been affirmed that there are no traces of dicyandiamide or DCD in any milk powder products currently in the market.
He said steps have been taken to remove all products containing DCD from the market and destroy these products. The Deputy Minister of Health made this statement this afternoon in response to a question posed by parliamentarian Anurakumara Dissanayake under standing orders in Parliament yesterday.
Steps have been taken to release high-concentration whey protein products that were removed from the market and later affirmed to not contain the bacteria in question, following tests carried out by the Medical Research Institute. 4. Can we guarantee that all these milk powder batches have been removed from the market? Yes. 5. What happened to the milk powder varieties that the Industrial Technology Institute confirmed contained DCD? Under the provisions of the Food Act No. 26 of 1980, steps were taken to remove these products from the market and destroy them under the competent authorities, who are the medical health officers, food and drug inspectors and public health inspectors. Since one company has expressed opposition to this, instructions have been issued to take legal action. 6. Does the Ministry of Health guarantee that all milk powder products in the market at present are free of DCD? Yes.
Minister Dallas Alaha Peruma says that he is happy with 6 factors of the statement made by UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Navi Pillay at the conclusion of her visit to Sri Lanka.
The first important factor is what she said about the hospitality of Sri Lankans, and for the first time she said that the LTTE was a murderous organization. At the same time, she also spoke of the progress and success in redesigning the North. She also spoke about the holding of elections for the Northern Provincial Council. The fifth factor is that she reprimanded the pro-LTTE diaspora. That is an important factor. The sixth factor is that she spoke about the youth of this country. She spoke about what she saw at the Youth Parliament.
Youth Parliament එක ආශ්‍රිතව එතුමිය දැකපු දේ කිව්වා.
Journalists also questioned the minister on the marriage proposal put forward to Navanithan Pillay by a government minister.
ඒ ප්‍රකාශය වැරදි. මම පෞද්ගලිකව ගැන කනගාටුව ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
The statement was wrong. I personally expressed my disappointment to her on behalf of all our ministers. I need to say this. I am a professional colleague to you. Pillay is only 2 years younger than my mother. If someone made a marriage proposal to my mother, how would I feel? That is wrong. It is uncivilized. On behalf of the entire cabinet, I express my disappointment. This is the harassment of women.
ඒක ශීලාචාර නෑ. මම අපේ සමස්ත ඇමති මණ්ඩලය වෙනුවෙන් ඒ ප්‍රකාශය පිළිබඳව කනගාටු ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. මේ කාන්තා හිංසනය. කාන්තා නෙමෙයි sexual harassment.
My personal opinion is that it is not suitable.
මගේ පෞද්ගලික මතය.
New York-based Human Rights Watch says the Sri Lankan government should promptly investigate allegations that security forces harassed people who met with the visiting UN Human Rights Chief Navi Pillay during her recent visit to the country.
The Asia Director of Human Rights Watch, Brad Adams, said in a statement, quote, "It's outrageous for a government that is hosting the UN Human Rights Chief to have their security forces harass the people who met with her," unquote. He added that the Sri Lankan government should announce that visits or other forms of harassment of those who spoke to the High Commissioner will be punished and should make sure they punish officials who have already done so. The statement notes that several victims, witnesses and rights activists told the Colombo-based organization that they were visited by military personnel following meetings with Pillay. Human Rights Watch also reiterated its call, also made by Pillay, for a strong and effective victim and witness protection program in Sri Lanka. Adams said, quote, "A government that doesn't care enough to call off its security forces for a few days while the UN's human rights chief is visiting is a government that plainly doesn't care about respecting basic human rights," unquote.
Responding to a question at the British House of Commons yesterday, British Foreign Secretary William Hague had said that Britain would attend the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in November this year in Colombo.
I wonder if I can press the government to be more explicit about what progress they are seeking, given the very worrying reports about human rights violations in Sri Lanka ahead of the meeting in November.
Really, we see progress in Sri Lanka, I think, across parties in this House on a wide range of issues, on implementing recommendations of the Lessons Learnt and Reconciliation Commission, on assuring media freedom and the operation of NGOs, and ensuring that there's not only reconstruction after the conflict in Sri Lanka, but a genuine ability on the part of all political persuasions to be able to participate in democracy in Sri Lanka. So I think it's across quite a broad front that we are looking for continued improvements in Sri Lanka, and we will be able to make those points at CHOGM and during those meetings in November.
The BBC has reported that Switzerland has suspended deporting Sri Lankan Tamil asylum seekers.
The BBC, quoting Swiss media, reported that the authorities have suspended deporting Tamils after 2 Tamil asylum seekers were arrested after being deported to Sri Lanka. The BBC added that the Swiss embassy in Colombo was investigating the fate of the said 2 Tamil nationals. According to Amnesty International, over the past 2 years, more than 150 people have been repatriated to Sri Lanka.
On Words of Wisdom tonight, we take a look at the inspirational words of the first deaf and blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree, Helen Keller. Until the great mass of the people shall be filled with a sense of responsibility for each other's welfare, social justice can never be attained. Helen Keller, American author and political activist.
Up next is a newspaper cartoon of the day, which we selected from amongst today's English newspapers. A public meeting organized by the Tamil National Alliance was held at the Sri Muthumari Amman Kovil in Vadakambara yesterday.
A lawyer who is a government candidate and 3 others got together with the military and were distributing leaflets in the Inuville area, asking the people if they wanted chickens, goats and cattle, and to inform them. They promised money or livestock to the people. These people were sponsored by the military. These are the kind of people that the government has put forward as candidates.
Issuing a press release, the Friday Forum has emphasized the need for a public engagement and vigilance to ensure free and fair elections.
The Friday Forum issued the media release subsequent to the meeting with the Elections Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya.
Highlighting its concerns, the Friday Forum says that the changes in the election procedures over a period of time and public disillusionment with regard to the electoral process have created an unfortunate environment where there is some public apathy in regard to the social rights and responsibilities as voters. The release adds that the forthcoming provincial council elections in the Northern Province, Northwestern Province and Central Province are important for democratic and accountable governance in those provinces.
I'm Ramesh Bandara. Tonight on Primetime News we have a special report on the upcoming Maldivian presidential elections.